Kuzampo and the heartiest welcome. I'm Ishi Chojin, your host, and this is Talk and Show. My guest for tonight is the founder of Generation Y Youth, a youth volunteer group that inspires, educates, and encourages young people to collaborate with the society in solving social issues. Please welcome Karma Wangda. Welcome to the show, Karma.
Thank you. First of all, on behalf of Generation Y Youth and on my own behalf, I want to thank BBS for inviting me here for this show. And I want to thank all the young peoples for supporting me every time. And even from now, I look forward for their continued support.
Okay. So how are you these days?
Yeah, I'm good. And comparing with past, I'm absolutely doing good now.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's glad to know. Tell me about Generation Y.
Now coming to Generation Y Youth, though it's a bit complicated, if I briefly talk about why did I form Generation Y Youth. And when I was a student, student days, everyone used to discriminate me, criticize, humiliate, and ignore me. On top of that, they used to bully me every time, and I had been a victim every time. And one thing struck me, and I reached a certain point where I thought to give up my life. But due to one hope that I believed myself that yes, I can do it. And I asked myself, Karma, come on, break the circle. There are lots of young people who are suffering like you. Thousands and thousands of young people are there. Just think for them. And with this hope, I created one page known as Generation in Facebook, and where I used to write poems and sometimes essays and quotations. But actually it fails, and I was quite disheartened that time. But fortunately, I must say, I was elected as youth president of Renew in Eastern Region, and due to Renew, I got a chance to attend several meetings, and from that, YBN is the one that I have attended, and YBN is a Young Bhutan network where it gives a platform for all young people, all youth groups comes together, works collaboratively. And when I was attending this meeting, at the back of my mind, I thought hey, when they can do this, why can't I do this? And since to help young people had been my passion, so from that I thought, yes, now I can do it. There are many young people here, and obviously they will help me, I thought this. And on 13 January 2018, I came with Generation Y Youth, and with the vision to strive and to enhance youth participation in nation building. And in Generation Y Youth, what we believe is that proper guidance is essential for young people, and we encourage them to take charge of their lives, and we encourage them to take part in various programs to keep their self-esteem high. Particular thing that we focus is, be it in any programs, we focus one thing, that is we provide equal opportunities to every individual regardless of social classes. And though we did programs, we could not do much since Generation Y Youth is only 1 year old now.
Yeah, that's very young.
Yeah, so it's very difficult for us to do such things, but we are in process.
We'll look forward for your future endeavors.
Yeah, thank you.
You mentioned that you were a victim of bullying in your school days.
Yes.
So right now with your group Generation Y Youth, you are trying to curb bullying as well, right?
Yes.
So do you think your actions against bullying right now is effective?
One of the expectations of educator, parents, and students is happiness. And so I want to share that in this 21st century, but most particularly young people, they know everything what they should do and what they should not do. But the one thing that holds them back is due to lack of support from parents, teachers, and friends.
Yes.
And what they want is they want someone to take serious of this matter, and they want someone to stand with them against bullying. But thing is, now coming to myself, when in my visit to schools, students, I had been a good friend for them. I had been a good listener to them, and I used to let them talk, share their problems, and through this I came to know that they are facing with bully. But thing is, they are lacking behind due to lack support from their parents, teachers, and friends. And I didn't say that please do this and that, but willingly they came together, which we can term like collaboratively. They came together and they worked on it, and they started to share their problems to me. So I saw it's effective.
So you going from school to school, right?
Yes.
And trying to talk to these young people,
Yes,
the
yes.
victims of bullying. And Okay. So I saw the videos of you making students pledge against bullying in
Yes, yes,
in high
yes.
schools. What are like exact words in that pledge?
So since like first thing is our thought, which
Okay, it's your thoughts.
yes is
Okay.
thought, and second thing is our like words, and the third thing is our actions. So
Thoughts, words, and
an
actions.
action, yes.
Okay.
So every time I used to say like there is some one paragraph, and I used to let them make promise in front of all the friends to say like from now onwards I won't control anyone else, but I will control my thoughts, my words, and my actions.
So they do this, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
From now on,
Yeah.
I won't control anybody,
Yeah.
but instead I'll
Yes, yes.
control my thought, my words, and my
actions.
actions.
Yes.
You made me flesh too.
Thank you
I'm
so
not a
much.
bully, but yeah. So do you think it works? Do you think students like don't bully after taking that promise, that pledge against bullying?
So I don't know if in long term how it will work, but in short term, what I see is I see lots of encouragement from them, and the students of one of the school, like the students, they voluntarily say that we want to write a feedback. It means
I saw your feedbacks too.
So
by
which
the way.
means like they are willing to support me
Yeah.
to make school as an anti-bullying school. So I'm very much proud of them.
I'm really glad to know that your actions against bullying is really effective, and we really hope that from now on, like more youth like yourself would come forward to fight against social issues like that. La. The next segment, it is called Mystery Maze. So it's a riddle segment. So I'm going to ask you several riddles. So let's see how good are you with riddles. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so
I should
it's
give
a
a mic.
brain teaser, so get ready to get your brain teased. So riddle number 1. Dema's mother has 4 daughters. Pema, Karma, Nima and Dash. Name the 4th daughter. Got it? You want me to repeat?
Yes.
Okay. Dema's mother has 4 daughters. Dema's mother has 4 daughters. Pema, Karma, Nima and Dash. Name the 4th daughter.
Dema, I guess.
Yes. Because I mentioned Gemma's mother, right? Yeah. And I named her sisters, so it's
Yeah.
actually Gemma. Yeah. Correct answer. Riddle number 2. I have many keys, but none of them can open a lock. What am I? I have many keys, but none of them can open a lock. Keys that cannot open a lock. Useless keys, actually, in this subject. Opening a lock.
Hand.
Hand? Do you think hands are keys? You want me to say the answer?
Yes.
It's piano, actually. Piano keys, right?
yeah.
Black and white and all these keys lying around, but none of them can open lock. So open a lock. So piano is the answer. Last and the third riddle is, okay, this is quite interesting. I want you to listen to this really carefully. 2 fathers and 2 sons went to a restaurant. 2 fathers and 2 sons went to a restaurant to eat, and they ordered only 3 plates of rice, right? 2 fathers, 2 sons went to a restaurant to eat. They ordered only 3 plates of rice, but magically enough, those 3 plates of rice was enough. Each one of them got a plate each. How is that possible? You got it right?
2
2 fathers, 2 sons went to a restaurant to eat. They ordered 3 plates of rice. Each one of them got a plate each. How's that possible?
2 fathers. It means totally 4, I guess.
Yes.
There are 4. I think one might be like a waiter or something.
No. No. They went there to eat, actually. They were hungry. They were traveling somewhere and they were really hungry, so they went to eat. They ordered only 3 plates of rice, and 3 plates of rice was enough for each one of them. Each got a plate each. I would say you are really good at riddles if you can solve this.
2 fathers and 2 sons.
3 plates of rice. Usually it would require 4 plates of rice to be enough for 4 people, right? But in this situation, 3 plates of rice was enough for 4 people. How's that possible? Doesn't fit mathematically, right?
Yeah, it's very complicated, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, you give up?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
giving me lots of question marks on my head.
Yeah, I understand that. I can literally see. Actually, it was grandfather, father, and the son. So 2 fathers and 2 sons. Grandfather, father, and son. So grandfather and the father are the fathers, son and the father are the sons. Got it? Did you get it?
Yes, yes. Like
Yes.
the grandfather was the father of the son's father,
Uh-huh.
and the father is the son's father, two son and two father.
Fathers, yes.
Very
So
complicated.
yeah, I know. I told you
Yeah.
I was really going to say, oh, you're really good at riddles, but yeah, you got one right. So that's all with the riddle segment. That's all with Mystery Maze. The next segment, it is called True or False. So in this segment, I'm going to ask you some random statements, and you have to say whether it's true or false using this prop. If it's false, you have to show me this. If it's true, you have to show me this. Okay? Okay. Number one, bullying is one of the main reasons why people attempt suicide. True or false? True.
Yes.
Could you say something on that?
If I give example about relationship,
Mm-hmm.
like people say when he or she commits suicide is not effect of bullying, but I can say or I must say that it's effect of bullying,
Mm-hmm.
that he or she has been disturbed, like inner peace has been disturbed,
Yeah.
so it's emotional bullying. So I do agree it's true, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. I also agree completely with this statement indeed, because there's this term, it's called bullycide. You know, it's the blend of bully and suicide, and it's called bullycide. And the statistics, it's quite alarming. It says that 19% of the victims attempt suicide. 19% of bullying victim, they actually attempt suicide. So I think it's pretty disturbing to know that. And in one of the articles that I've read, it actually mentions that bullying is actually as bad as child abuse, if not worse. Victim of the bullying, they are, they are doomed to undergo like extreme stress, anxiety, and depression, right? And stress, anxiety, and depression, as we all know, is one of the top killers in this modern
Yes.
society, right? So, yeah. Statement number 2. Parents play a huge role in stopping bullying.
So coming to this,
Could you show me the sign first?
Yeah, true.
Okay. So, yeah.
Coming to this, instead of giving example on others, if I give an example
Yeah,
on
yeah.
myself, I think it will be effective.
Yeah.
Coming to myself, when in the school, like I was bullied every time. I can't say like I was victim every time. I was bullied indeed. I myself was a bully, but maximum of the time I was victim of bullying. And whenever I try to share with my parents, my brother, my sister, my mother, and they don't take serious. They say like they might have bullied you because you might have done something. So parents, they are being surrounded by teachable moments. So they have powerful words which can change the
Yeah.
child's life. So I think parents, they play a vital role in the stopping bullying.
Yes. I also agree with this statement completely, again, because parents, children, everything starts from home, right? The education has to start from home. Parents should be responsible and accountable for the child's behavior. They should educate their child about bullying and its deep consequences, because the consequences, the effects of bullying doesn't only extend to the childhood period. It reaches further into the adult life also. So it's like it has this huge capability of ruining the whole life of the victim, right? So parents need to watch out for the signs of bullying. They have to talk to their kids often. They have to create this, enabling atmosphere where child can open up to their parents. And if you, after talking to your children, if you suspect that your kid is going through any kind of traumatic experiences in school, you should never blame your kid for getting bullied. In your case, your parents did not take it seriously,
Yes.
and they actually blamed you, right? They said
Yes,
that
yes,
you
yes,
must
yeah.
have done something wrong, right?
Yes.
So this is something that the parents should avoid. Never blame your child for getting bullied, right? It is not the victim's fault at all. It is fault of the bully. So the parents need to really keep that in mind, I suppose. And the next thing they have to do is take action immediately. Instead of letting the child sort it out, parents need to intervene in this business and try to sort it out before the situation escalates to next level, right? So I think that's really important. The statement number 3 is bullies are often bullied as well. I think it's true, right?
Yes, it's true. Okay.
You shared your experience right
Yeah.
now only. You said that you were a bully too, right?
Yes.
You were getting bullied, but you were a bully too. So could you shine some light on that?
as I said earlier,
Yeah.
I do agree that I was a victim, but I want to say that I myself was a bully as well as a victim of bully. But intentionally, I don't want to be a bully,
Yeah.
but the society that I was placed in, no one concerned me. If I do good things, no one said, "Hey, Karma, you're doing great. Please proceed on."
No one acknowledges
Yes.
you.
If I do bad things, no one said, "Karma, you're in the wrong track. Please come back. This is right track." No one said. And I was like, that time, like physical bullying was very popular.
Yeah.
Even in school, even
Yeah.
teachers, and it was very popular. So it was once in my classroom that I slapped one girl, and
You
from
slapped
that,
a girl?
yes.
Okay.
So from that it started, and later like I was like a bossic in classroom, and later I was known to all these students that I am very naughty, but actually I'm not. That I don't want to be a bully, but the situation demanded me to be.
Because you did not have proper guidance.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
From that, what I saw was everyone like tends to be friend with me. The like not the good ones, but the bad friends.
Yeah.
They want to be friend with me.
The bullies wanted to be a friend, I
yes,
suppose.
yes.
Okay.
So in order to feel secure, I have to depend on them also.
Yeah, yeah.
So I myself was bully as well as a victim of bully.
Okay. Who bullied you? But till now, from your story, I understand that you bullied a girl, right?
Yes.
But who bullied you back?
The elder ones.
The elder ones.
Yes,
You were also
on the
bullied.
way to.
But you were friends with bullies, no?
Before that, they were not my friends.
Okay.
That time they used to bully me, but later once I slapped that.
Ah, okay, okay. Let me get your story straight. First, you were the victim of bullying,
Yes,
right? Those big bullies used to bully you, and after that, you projected your anger towards the girl, right?
Yeah.
And you slapped
Actually,
that girl, and you became a bully
actually,
itself.
that girl was trying to dominate me, so I could not
Eh,
tolerate.
So that is actually a vicious cycle, right? You're
Yeah.
actually bullies are often victims of bullying. So that's totally correct, right? Other day I watched this documentary. Actually, it's a pretty good documentary. You know, there was these two girls. One was overweight and one was underweight. And apparently, the underweight girl used to bully the overweight girl when they were in high school, I think. So actually, what happened was after 15 years, the bully actually apologizes to the victim, and the revelation was pretty, understandable, because she says that the bully was actually bullied for being underweight. So in turn, what happened was she bullied the girl with overweight, who was overweight actually. So she actually projected her anger towards the overweight girl, So it actually creates a cycle, right?
Yes,
In your case, the bully bullied you, so you bullied the girl, and maybe the girl will end up bullying another girl or someone she think would be easy to bully, right?
Yes, yes.
So that is actually a very vicious cycle. So we need to stop that, right? And we need to not. It's very difficult to empathize with the bully, actually. It's very difficult to empathize with the bad guy. But in this case, I think we need to be rational and logical enough to understand the mentality, the mental setup of the bully also, right? They're bullying other people because there must be reasons for doing what they're doing, right? Everything has cost, right? Every effect has a cost. So I think we need to root out the cause of bullying in order to stop bullying, right? And the fourth statement is, often victims don't come forward because of fear of being tagged as outcast or loner. Often victims of bullying don't come forward because of fear of being tagged as an outcast or a loner. Do you think that's true or false?
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Uh,
So for all the statements were true, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Again, according with myself,
Mhm.
like I used to see myself as like whenever someone bullies me.
Yeah.
So I used to think, why they are bullying me actually? And when I try to analyze, it's due to my family. And since my mom is the only one who looks after 5 children, and sometimes I used to blame my physical also. That time I'm very like short, thin, but now yes, short but fat. So I used to blame myself every time that because of myself they might be bullying me.
I think they developed this mentality, the world versus me, right?
Yes.
I'm getting bullied because it must be my fault, The world is against me. I'm the only
Yes,
one
yes.
here. And again, going to the first statement, then this feeling of extreme loneliness is one of the reasons why they attempt suicide, right?
Yes.
So yeah. So I think it's very important for the victims of bullying to know that it is a really brave, it's a really very brave thing to come forward as a victim, right? In order to acknowledge that, okay, I'm getting bullied, I need help. It's very difficult to, come out as a victim actually. So I think it's a very applaud-worthy thing. The reasons the victims of bullying don't come forward there are 4 reasons actually. There are 4 more reasons why victims of bullying don't come forward. And number 1 is it's embarrassing for them to come forward as a victim.
Yes.
And number 2 is they're afraid that bully will make their life even worse. They're afraid that bully will actually retaliate and make their life even worse, right? So that's one reason. Can you empathize with that? Were you scared that bully will, bully you further, like in more meaner way if you come forward as a victim?
Yes. Because like maximum of the bully were they used to live just upper my village, maximum of them. So I was afraid that when we go together, they may bully me again.
Yeah, so you're afraid. So I might as well tolerate this, bear this out, Yeah. So the third reason is they want to belong. Actually, in a circle of friends, in a group of friends, they're actually bullies. And did you know that? I think you know actually, right? There are like bullies and victims, right? In a circle of friends itself, not outside. So some victims of bullying, they just stick out in order to belong, in order to have friends, right? Do you think that's happening a lot in these days?
I'm not sure about these days, but since I'm not sure in these days means like I don't have much friends because I stay close with only 1 or 2 friends. So, but yes, before it used to happen, and I think still in schools it might be happening.
Yes.
And like maximum of the students, they were sharing like this are happening.
Yeah, I think the last statement has a very close relationship with the 4th statement. The last statement is victims of bullying blame themselves. They think that something is wrong with them for falling prey. So that is the final statement. Do you think that's true or false?
Yeah.
They blame themselves.
It's true.
That's extremely true, right?
The answer is similar like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
First moment, I didn't blame myself. I used to blame my mother.
You blamed your mother?
Yes, my mother, like, why did you give birth to me? And I used to blame my brother and sisters, and because everyone used to nag me that you are short like this. So actually I didn't like it. But as like time passed by, people tried to take my weakness as their strength. But later what I did was I took advantage of their advantage. Their advantage was my weakness.
Yes.
And I focused on my weakness, and I took it as my strength. So now
you made your weakness into a strength.
Yes. So now I don't feel anything whenever they nag me that you are short, fat. I don't care now.
Yeah. Celebrate difference, right?
Yes,
Everybody is beautiful in their own ways.
Yes.
We really need to understand that actually. It's very important for the victims of bullying to understand that getting bullied, I mentioned earlier also, getting bullied has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with their looks, their habits, their choices, their ethnic group, their races, their colors, nothing. It is completely, most definitely the bully's problem, right? It's the way bully sees the victim, right? So it's the problem of the bully for bullying another person, not the problem of victim. The victims don't need to change, the bully need to change, right? It's like actually asking the victim to change who you are. You can't change who you are. You are born that way and you're beautiful that way. Yeah, so that's all with true or false. Types of bullying. Physical bullying. Physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, tripping, pinching, and pushing or damaging property. Physical bullying causes both short-term and long-term damage. Verbal bullying. Verbal bullying includes name-calling, insults, teasing, intimidation, homophobic or racist remarks, or verbal abuse. While verbal bullying can come across as harmless, it can leave deep emotional scars on the victim. Social bullying. Social bullying, sometimes referred to as covert bullying or hidden bullying, is often harder to identify and can be carried out behind the victim's back. It is designed to harm someone's social reputation and or cause humiliation. Social bullying includes lying and spreading rumors, negative facial or physical gestures, menacing or disapproving looks, playing nasty jokes to embarrass and humiliate, mimicking unkindly, encouraging others to socially exclude someone, damaging someone's social reputation or social acceptance. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying can be open or hidden. Bullying via social media, instant messaging, texts, websites, and other online platforms. Cyberbullying can happen at any time. It can be in public or in private, and sometimes only known to the target and the bully. Cyberbullying can include abusive or hurtful texts, emails, posts, images, or videos, deliberately excluding others online, nasty gossip or rumors, imitating others online, or using their login. Signs of bullying: unexplainable injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry, frequent headaches or stomach aches, feeling sick or faking illness, changes in eating habits like suddenly skipping meals or binge eating. Kids may come home from school hungry because bullies took their lunch, difficulty sleeping or frequent nightmares, declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork, or not wanting to go to school. Sudden loss of friends or avoidance of social situations. Feelings of helplessness or decreased self-esteem. Self-destructive behaviors such as running away from home, harming themselves, or talking about suicide. Why do bullies bully? Bullies are often bullied, so they bully others to project their anger. They bully to look cool in front of their friends. They bully because they have poor guidance from their parents. Most bullies are from broken, dysfunctional homes or violent environments, so they bully to project their rage and sadness. Bullies bully because of jealousy. Because someone is different. Bullies bully because they have low self-esteem, and by bullying others, they think that they can hide their insecurity. Lack of attention. They don't get a lot of attention from their parents and loved ones. Consequences of bullying. Victims of bullying have low self-esteem. They have depression, anxiety, trauma, and fear, which often leads to suicide. They have trouble sleeping and concentrating, reluctant to go to school. The negative impacts of bullying follow the child all through his or her adulthood. An adult who has been bullied as a child lacks self-esteem, have trust issues, are anxious, and suffers panic attacks. How to stop bullying? Most bullies are male. This is because boys are discouraged to show emotions. They are encouraged to toughen up and not be a sissy. Now they have to find a way to let out their stress, and most choose aggression and violence. We need to encourage our boys to show emotions and feelings. We need to encourage them to talk it out instead of take it out. Parents need to guide and educate the children about the consequences of bullying. Parents should provide a nurturing atmosphere for their children where a child can get enough love and attention. If a child is suspected to be a bully or a victim, elders should interfere immediately to avoid further damage.
Be kind of yourself, and don't judge yourself and create a bad misery in your life. Sweep up the negative thoughts and replace the positive ones. Since in every struggle there is a different charm, and if you want to see that charm, you have to race together and speak together. And I'm always there for you, my dear young people, to stand with you all and to fight back and to make school as an anti-bullying school. Please stop bullying.
Wise words indeed, Karma. That's all we have for you now. Thank you for making me a part of your day, and I'll see you soon. Till then, stay awesome and help stop bullying. Goodbye.
Yeah, this rap is dedicated to all my youths who are still suffering with alcohol and drugs. For you, God bless you. get chanda music got the bege run me say chanda music lu yeah shoot them mother you charo to God bring us the sanity to accept the things we cannot change. God will change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference. Yeah. I need something to rana dindi me watching rana turu me watching pamba pincha sugi sha sava laka hu todam na chidi beru chima dedi beru kati jodi beru rana in the mela I need something to ya juru ma juru pa juru turu rana in the mela I need something to rana in the mela I need something to rangi misi de tola tamada chanda music lalin tamada bungin de raji chi bungin yui kabu raso raso chemada which is such a big raso chemada yeah indi peru raso chemada bungin de raji chi bungin yui kabu chanda music lalin tamada yeah which is such a big raso chemada I need something nalu kawasawa gatidu kiwasawa gatidu kala selu lapimo kala selu dinimo rara imbena ani samdinalu nisi dinalu lijimberu zomberu auturu shopjabu rara imbena ani samdinalu yeah rara imbena ani samdinalu dungil mali dakte dela jum zopi sangi shempi selu dijinda de shengi dungilda yanga zopi kes lalen in sundo zombe rangi mise tola tamada no samtechita chanda music rangi dungildi serami su sedi peru gaki chamesha gaki lomete ani zamdinalu yeah ani zamdinalu dungil nalu kawasawa gatidu kiwasawa gatidu kalu selu lapimo kalu selu dinimo rara in the mena ani zamdinalu yeah rara in the mena ani zamdinalu yeah dejuru duchinaka topdedu arjun kowi chela dichirichu minda chindu ewa mepani nisem kumpa kesa lalan in sundo zumbe rangi mise tola tamada nasa tepchita God bless you